What I get into in this series is the science behind how our thoughts impact our nervous system and how the state of our nervous system directly impacts upon cellular energy production. Welcome to Spotlight Saturday. And firstly, just to give a reminder, in last week's Spotlight Saturday, I announced a book giveaway of The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. And that ends on Monday. So 2 days time from this video being posted. And if you want to win a copy of The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, please go to YouTube. There's been, I think, people posting on the video on Facebook, but it needs to be on YouTube below the video with one of your favorite self-development or spiritual self-development books. And you can always also share why that book has had an impact on you. Well, then on Monday, we're going to pick a random winner, and I will send you a copy of The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. Now, this feels like a bit of a cheating Spotlight Saturday again, because I'm going to be talking about some of my own content. I realize that 2 out of the first 3 have been doing that, but after this there won't be any of my stuff for I imagine at least a few months or so. But I wanted to talk about the new video series that I've just a couple of days ago released the first one of, on how to reset your nervous system and increase your energy. And a few people have been asking, where is this video series going? There's 3 videos in the series. The first one looking at how stress causes fatigue and impacts upon healing. The second is looking at how do we create a maladaptive stress response? Like, what are the ingredients that cause the nervous system to become overstimulated? And the third video is how do we reset the nervous system? And people have been asking, well, where's the video series going? So there is a new online course called the Reset Program. It's the first new online program that I've launched in I can't work out if it's 8 or 9 years, but it's certainly a long time. And this is kind of these videos are a kind of introduction to some of the principles behind that. You don't need to sign up for the course to enjoy the videos. I think the videos very much stand alone. But if you want to go further, there'll be information coming out. So in about 5 days' time, I think, from today, where you can find out more about the Reset Program. But I think also I wanted to just give a little bit of context for, I know there are people watching this that may be somewhat cynical or skeptical about the role of psychology in healing. And I wanted to say a couple of things about that, because I know that on my own healing journey, that one of the few things that would give me temporary energy was someone telling me that my experience wasn't real or my experience was all in my mind. It gave me energy because it made me want to damage them in some way. And I think I lost a few years on the healing journey, really with my resistance to understanding the role of psychology. But really what I get into in this series is the science behind how our thoughts impact our nervous system and how the state of our nervous system directly impacts upon cellular energy production. And I talk about the work of the scientist Dr. Robert Naviaux, who's a groundbreaking researcher in chronic fatigue and ME, and his work on cell danger response, which I think is incredibly exciting. And really the purpose of these videos was to put together in one place my most up-to-date thinking about how stress and our psychology and emotions directly impact upon our energy production and our healing. So that's really what this series of videos is for. They're completely free to watch these 3 videos. They're going to be up for a limited period of time because they're the build up towards the launching of this new online coaching program. As I say, though, the videos stand alone in terms of the content and the teaching in there. In terms of, I'm kind of a bit ahead of where that series of videos is going to go to. But just to kind of as a prelude, where does that online coaching program fit? Well, I do really do the best I can, and hopefully people really see that with this new vlog and podcast, to put out as much content and information into the public domain as completely freely as possible. And my philosophy for that really is I don't think access to these ideas should be restricted by someone's financial position, and I think that these ideas need to be in the public domain. And it amazes me how far people get applying stuff to themselves without any kind of mentoring or coaching or support, and I'm a massive fan of that. I really appreciate when people let me know how they've been impacted and benefited from the content. And we're really ramping up the output with this new vlog and podcast series. And I think particularly the Tuesday sessions of the mini sessions have been really, really popular. But I think that I know that there are certain things that just require a format and a structure. So they require proper teaching of tools and techniques, and then application of those, and feedback and questions, and then deeper application, and then support and feedback and kind of deeper application. And by just putting out these kind of separate kind of videos on different pieces in different ways, as helpful as I know that is, it doesn't give us that kind of mentoring and that going deeper into techniques. So I very deliberately, with the kind of free content, we don't teach techniques, because you need to have proper structure and holding and support in terms of doing that. So what the Reset program is an attempt to get the best of both worlds. So to do something with a group of people that are in many locations, I imagine, around the world, so don't have to travel to London to do something in person. But I guide you through a program together. And that's what the Reset program is going to be, that we're going to go on a supported, directed journey to learn how to reset your nervous system in a group which is held and supported. So there'll be more details on that towards the end of the third of these 3 videos, but I just wanted to kind of touch on it a little bit here in the vlog and the podcast. And yeah, just get a bit of the kind of motivation behind it. I want to reach more people. I want this work to impact more people. And I want to do that in a way which I know is effective. So it's not just kind of little bits here and there. It's in a kind of guided structure. And I want there to be community. So we're going to have a private Facebook group where people can work, kind of talk with others that are going through the program together. And it's a structured journey in real time. So rather than it being kind of self-study, we're going to modules will be released each week. Then there'll be Q&A and support, then another module, then Q&A support. So it's going to be a structured, supported journey over a kind of 10 to 12 week period, deliberately designed to support going deeper into the various bits that we're going to be covering. So I am super excited about this. This is my primary focus of my attention and energy, apart from the vlog and the podcast, over the next coming months, apart from obviously my role running Optimum Health Clinic and my own private patients that I work with. So I'm super excited to go deeper with this first group of people. Anyway, more details. Sign up for the free 3 videos, or the 3 free videos. Link will be below this video. And whether or not you're interested in doing the Reset program with me, you're going to get a lot from these videos of really understanding the science of how your nervous system impacts upon your energy production, your healing, what creates a maladaptive stress response, and some of the initial principles of how you learn to reset that and turn that maladaptive stress response off. So I hope that's been a bit more helpful context. I am super excited for Soul Food Sunday tomorrow. I think this is going to be a pretty special session. I'm talking with a former patient of the Optimum Health Clinic, patient from 12, 13 years ago, who a couple of years ago had a horrific accident when she was literally, and I'm not exaggerating, literally run over by a bus. And it was life-changing injuries, but she has had a remarkable response to how she's chosen to take this experience and use it for good in her life. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that story on Soul Food Sunday tomorrow.